Hi, and welcome to the walkthrough for King West Postcard. When you get the link, you'll be directed to this page. You just hit Use Template. That'll take you into your own Canva account. And once you're in here, you want to start off by heading over to File and make a copy. And that way, if you ever make mistakes or you just want to work with the original document, you'll have that available on your home page of Canva, and you never have to worry about re-downloading files or accessing files again. You'll always have that master copy ready for you. So File, make a copy. When you've done that, it's time to upload your listing photos. So you head over to upload an image or video, and then you will upload 10 to 15 maybe of your favorite listing photos. You don't need to upload them all, especially for this postcard. As you can see, we have 4 images working here, so just upload what you need so you're not sitting here waiting forever for Canva to upload your images. And when you're ready, you just grab the image that you want to use, hover it over any one of these boxes, and as you can see, it snaps into place. It's that easy. Then you double click in order to move it around in the frame to show focus where you want it to show focus. So if I do this with a couple, let me use this one. You're just going to move it over that way. So anything in this document can be edited, including these photo boxes. So if you want to make them bigger, all you have to do is drag it out by the side. If you make it bigger, you're going to have to take into consideration that one of these boxes might have to be ditched because there's not enough room on this postcard for 3 bigger boxes. So that is completely up to you. You can change the font by clicking on any of the text boxes, highlighting it, heading over to this font tool, and changing the font to either fonts that you regularly use in your branding or ones that you prefer if this is not your thing. You can do the same for this, and if you need to increase or decrease the size, you do that over here. And if you need to fit more information and you're wondering how you're going to do that, you can either decrease the font, but you can also head over to the spacing tool and decrease the size, the space in between letters. So this is a great trick. If you ever need more space in a text box, you don't necessarily need to reduce the size of the text. You just reduce the spacing between the letters, and that gives you a little bit more wiggle room. Colors of this can change to your brand. So you just make sure that any element is highlighted that you want to change, and then head over here and you can change it to any color you want. If you plan on using this postcard over and over again, this is actually a great trick to breathe some new life into it, is to just change the colors every so often. So if you don't have brand colors that you're using all the time, you can change it to match the listing itself rather than the branding. So if I have a listing that has a lot of browns in it, then I might, let me just bring this picture back and show you. So if I have a listing that has a lot of browns in it, I might choose to use a brown because that's what's in the image, and it just makes everything pop. It makes the images pop off the screen a lot better if you do it that way. Then you would change the text to match that color as well. There is a background here, a background shape, and it will be locked when you get it, and that is just because you don't want to accidentally be moving it around. So if you do need to change the color of this background shape, head over to the unlock, this lock up here, and make sure that it's unlocked. That way, when you hit it, select it, you can head over to the color tab and change the color to whatever you'd like. So once you're happy with this first side of the postcard, you head over to the second, and here's where you're going to change all the information. So again, photo, just choose the photo you want, pop it into place. Double click to rearrange in the frame. Then here, font, you need more space because you want to say a little bit more. Just reduce the size in between the letters, and you can add a little bit more there. This is just a description of the actual building or property. You can keep it short and sweet here. You can increase the font size if you don't have that much information to share. This is a quote. So what we've done is we've added an idea for you to market the property, which is really a great way to showcase the beauty of the property that they're about to buy, which is to send a note with the postcard talking from the seller's point of view. So what did the sellers love about that home? What did they absolutely love about it? And when they give you that one quote, you can use it in your marketing so that people have a deeper connection to that property. This can also be a testimonial for yourself, or you can remove it altogether and add another photo. It's completely up to you. If you do want to remove it, you just select the element, delete, 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 and now you have this whole area for a photo, and you just add a photo by clicking once and then resizing and adding it wherever you'd like. But for the purpose of this tutorial, I'm going to go back and keep it like this because I like it. So now you need to change your realtor branding. So here is where you're going to upload your headshot, and once it's uploaded, you grab your photo, again, hover it over the box, and then double click to rearrange it in the box. If you don't want this background in here and you have Canva Pro, you can head over to Effects and remove the background. If you don't have Canva Pro, but you still want to remove the background, head over to 4thstreetcreative.com/tutorials, and we do have a tutorial there to show you how you can do that for free online, and then upload your photo to Canva. But this is pretty cool. It looks really good. I really like the way that that looks. So if it is something that you want to do, that is a great option as well. And then it just removes the distraction of the background with this particular template. But if you don't want to do that and you want to keep things as simple as possible, just dragging and dropping your current headshot into place is a great option. Here, if you have a longer name than Sarah King, who was blessed with a short name, then you head over to the spacing tool again, you reduce the size, the space in between the lettering, and here you can reduce the size of the text as well. My rule of thumb is to never go under 10 point. 10 point is already relatively small, so I think the safe zone is around 12. For something like a name, I would say 14 or 16 is the lowest you want to go. So I'm going to try, because it's 33 right now, I'm going to try 24. And as you can see, that's small. So let me think of a Melanie Robertson. Yeah. So this is a little bit of a longer name. I might want to reduce it a little bit more and then increase the spacing just to have some breathing room. And you can do the same with your designation if you need to put sales rep. Here is your info. If you need a little bit more room for info, you can always reduce the size of the box with your headshot, and then you have more room for your info. You can increase the text size here, and of course the spacing here to allow you to have more room. This is for your brokerage logo, so you're going to upload your brokerage logo in either a PNG or JPEG file, and then you're just going to pop it into the box just like we did with all the photo elements as well. This gray area is a background, so all you got to do is head over to the color and change it to whatever color you are planning to use. And once everything, this box itself are 2 elements, so you select the triangle, press shift, select the rectangle while you're still pressing shift on your keyboard, right click and hit group. That way, if you need to move this around anywhere, it moves around as one shape instead of. And that's it. When you are happy with this, you're going to head over to File and Show Print Bleed, and that will show you where the printer is going to cut the document. This dotted line is where the printer is going to cut. And what you want to do is make sure that all the images and backgrounds bleed out to the edge of the document. And the reason why you want to do that is because you don't want to incur that dreaded white line that happens when the printer cuts a little bit inside the dotted line. So just make sure that all the elements bleed out. And that means just going to the edge of the document. And what you really want to pay attention to is to make sure that there's no text that is too close, because I'm going to zoom in here. If the text is right here, you run the risk of the printer cutting just slightly on this side of the dotted line and you lose your contact info, which would be horrible. So just make sure to leave the same distance that there is between the dotted line to the edge of the document on the inside of the dotted line. That's my rule of thumb. You can always, for a little bit more breathing room, I like to lift it ever so slightly more than that. And that way, when it's cut, there's just a nice breathing room around all the elements. It doesn't look like it's too close to the edge of the document. So that's a good rule of thumb. And everything else looks like it's good to go. So you hit download and then PDF print. And if you're sending this to the printer, which I'm assuming you are, you're going to want to hit crop marks and bleed, then hit download, open that up, and just take one look to make sure that the crop marks are where you want them to be, that there's nothing that's not in the right position. Everything looks great here. So I'm ready to send this to the printer. And just one more thing, you can multi-purpose this document. So just because this is a postcard or flyer, area flyer, doesn't mean that you can't save it as a PNG file and then use it on social media. So this is a really great way to multi-purpose your purchase, and you get the most bang for your buck if you just use this for social as well. So this would work for Instagram, for Facebook, for LinkedIn, anywhere where you post, you can use this. You can always resize it so it fits perfectly on Instagram. But if you don't want to, then you can use these for stories as well, and the sizing is perfect. So just keep that in mind, that you can always download this as an image, and then you just get 2 files instead of just the one. And if you need any more help, head on over to 4thstreetcreative.com/tutorials for our large resource library. Happy designing!